Today we have KitKat in the UK and the US.
From calorie count to portion sizes, we wanted to find out all the differences between KitKat in the US and the UK. This is Food Wars.
In the US, our KitKats come in 9 sizes. Yes, really. Down here, we got the smallest, the minis unwrapped. Then we go up to the thins. After that, miniatures. Right here, we got the snack size, then the classic, standard 4-finger KitKat, and the Big Cat, the Big Cat king size, the king size, and the XL.
In the UK, classic KitKat comes in 3 sizes. As these adorable little bites, as a 2-finger KitKat, or as a 4-finger KitKat.
In the US, our KitKat sizes come in an obnoxious varieties of units and weights. Too many to show you today. See? But let's take a look at some of the biggest 2- and 4-finger portion sizes you can get.
In the UK, the biggest size of the 2-finger KitKats is this 21-pack. All of these add up to around 435 grams of KitKat. It's half a kilo. The biggest pack size for the 4-finger KitKats is a 24-pack, totaling 996 grams of KitKat, basically a kilogram. Although unfortunately, I couldn't find that today.
The UK will be stunned to learn the 2-finger size is not native to the US. The closest thing we have is our snack size, which is 7.75 grams smaller. However, that being said, in the US, you can get a snack size bulk bag of 66 pieces, which is 916 grams. And then there's the 4-finger size, which comes in a 36-pack and is 1,512 grams.
KitKat, I have a bone to pick with you. What is with the packaging of these new KitKats? These 2-finger ones had such iconic packaging in the UK. It was wrapped in foil and then had this band of paper going around the outside. And now they've replaced it with plastic. Bring back the old packaging. A 4-finger KitKat in the UK will cost you 70p, which is around 87 cents in the US.
In the US, one of these costs $1.49 or £1.20. That's a 71% cost increase in the US.
71% more expensive in the US. That's quite rare, particularly when it comes to snacks. I feel like in the UK, we tend to get stung for snacks, even more so than like fast food. So, hey, we're doing something right. Imagine if prices of these went up by 50p in the UK. There would be riots. Yeah, the streets would be burning.
Here are all the KitKat exclusives you can get in the US, you can't get in the UK, unless, of course, your grocery store has an American section.
Here are all the UK KitKats you can't get in the US, unless you have access to the internet.
Just about every portion size that we have, save for the 4-finger version, the UK does not have. Get a closer look, the minis, the unwrapped. And I want to act like this is for sharing, but like once your hand goes in there, it's yours, right? Also with the minis, they look a lot like your UK bites from the outside. Now from what I can tell, the inside of one of these still kind of looks like a KitKat. Yours look like almost like a Crunch Bar, does that make sense? Let's cut to Harry where he's just bitten inside of a bite and tell us how it looks inside. Harry.
Yeah. I don't know how much of this you can see, but you're not getting like the distinct wafer layers that you're used to from a KitKat. It's pretty much just like solid chocolate with little pieces of a biscuity wafer in there instead.
I'm not quite sure what the point of the thins are, because a smaller one has less calories, but if you have a little bag of them, you're just gonna eat the whole bag, right? Oh God, the hazelnut? That's not nearly as good as regular KitKat.
Then we're on to my personal favorite range, which is KitKat Chunkies. Firstly, you can get a standard KitKat Chunky, but in a duo pack. This is just a standard unflavored KitKat Chunky, but in a 2-pack. Although they're not like full-size chunky bars, there's like kind of 2, I guess maybe 2/3 chunky bars. So it's still bigger than a standard one, but not like an official double.
Now, this next size we got is the Big Cat, and I know what all you KitKat heads are saying in the UK right now. It's not the Chunky. Your Chunky is 40 grams, this one is 42 grams, and it says right here on the package, 5 crispy wafers. And Yuli, if you can get a close-up on that pic there, that is in fact 5 crispy wafers. I'm looking at the pic of yours online. Y'all got 4, we got 5. Big, chunky, get out of here.
Firstly, why do you guys call these Big Cats? Because Chunky is a way better name. It's much more fun. Just call them KitKat Chunky.
And then our biggest size, the XL, which from what I can tell is 3 KitKats. It's 12 pieces. Put the price of a KitKat on screen, then put the price of the XL on screen. Is it exactly 3 times? Maybe sending one of these to the ocean is better than sending 3 smaller ones. I really don't know.
Then we're on to some of the exclusive KitKat flavors you can find only in the UK. We'll start with this one, which is a vegan KitKat. Hang on, hang on a minute. I've only just clocked this. Vegan KitKat, and then right at the top there's a little warning label that says, may contain milk. You had one job, guys. I think I should do a blind taste test. Charlie has confirmed that they do look different, so my eyes are staying closed. Thank you, Charlie. This one feels very, like, smooth. I mean, I'm already pretty sure that's the vegan one. I'm confident this is the regular one, but this isn't bad. Sometimes when you have a vegan option, it's like actively bad. This one isn't offensive by any means. Was I correct? Yes. I was correct, cool. So we have 4 flavor options in the UK, which I believe you will not find in the US. We have a white chocolate KitKat. It's fine. I'm not the biggest white chocolate guy. An orange chocolate KitKat. See, I'm not normally a big orange chocolate fan either, but that's not bad. It's like quite a subtle orange flavor, not too in your face. And here we have the caramel KitKat, which I think is new. It's pretty good. I get more like honeycomb than caramel from this. Definitely sweeter than the standard KitKat. And a dark chocolate KitKat. I don't normally go for dark chocolate, but I will eat it sometimes, and that's not particularly good dark chocolate.
4 flavors that I have seen before that currently don't seem available anywhere online. Couldn't get my hands on them. Apple pie KitKat, the lemon crisp KitKat, the key lime KitKat, which is very good, and of course, the birthday cake KitKat. But what I could get my hand on are the KitKat duos, which are different chocolate flavors on the top and the bottom. Okay, mint and dark chocolate. Oh yeah, look at that. See, look at that. Yeah, like a thin mint. This is pretty good. Mocha and chocolate. Mocha and chocolate? What's the difference between mocha and chocolate? Let's look at the coffee. Oh, last and not least, strawberry and dark chocolate. Oh look, it's kind of like my color palette. Mmm. This is the best one. This is the best one.
The next exclusive flavor is the KitKat Chunky Peanut Butter. These are incredible. These are one of my favorite chocolate bars, I would say, in the UK. The king of chocolate bars. Can we get a little crown on the KitKat Chunky Peanut Butter, please? Thank you. The next exclusive chunky flavor is the caramel. We also have this in the standard KitKat version, but let's give the chunky one a try real quick. Ooh. This is very different to the 2-finger KitKat. This one has an actual layer of caramel in it, which is kind of what I was expecting from these ones. But this one's good. Next up, we have the KitKat Chunky White Chocolate. And while I couldn't find the individual bars today, you can also get a Lotus Biscoff KitKat Chunky. I was able to find this in the form of bites, so I'll give one of these a try and give my thoughts on the flavor. I think because you get the balance of the chocolate and a little bit of biscuit in with the Biscoff flavoring, it's not that bad. It's not overwhelming. Is it enough to convince me to start liking Biscoff? Probably not, but not bad.
Also, you can get KitKat sundae cones and KitKat ice cream. We have no freezer. I didn't want it melting in the studio.
We actually do have KitKat ice cream in the UK. I was able to find some in a food warehouse by Iceland. However, I didn't buy them because I wasn't going somewhere with a freezer afterwards, so it would have been melty and a bit of a disaster. Here's what they do look like if you do find them in the UK. In the UK, KitKat offers a range of seasonal products depending on which season you're in. We're filming this in April, so we've just had Easter, and they had these adorable little KitKat bunnies on offer. These came either as a single one or as a little multi-pack. Slightly worryingly, I was able to find a Christmas KitKat in one of the corner shops that I visited, which apparently these are fine until September this year, so we're fine. That's quite cute, actually. It's quite a nice little design. The final exclusive I was able to track down is a fun one. It's KitKat breakfast cereal. As the packaging suggests, it's new. I don't think it's in every supermarket or shop yet. I had to go to a Waitrose to find this. They look like little tiny cereal pillows. I know this is not the fairest and most accurate way to test cereal, but they're pretty good. I was actually able to find 2 of your US exclusives, Joe. I have the KitKat birthday cake and the duo's mocha and white chocolate. As many Brits will know, our high streets are plagued by American candy stores, which are these bizarre shops which import American snacks and chocolates and play really loud music. And I'm pretty sure are a front for something or other. But I was finally able to benefit from them by buying these. This does have all of those lovely forbidden food colorings that we don't usually get in the UK. So if I'm really hyperactive after this, we'll know why. That is colorful. Yeah, that's pretty sweet. You guys don't hold back on the sugar, do you? Yeah, that's excessive. That's too much, guys. Chill out. After the birthday cake, I'm hoping for something slightly more savory. Pretty strong coffee flavor. Yeah, this one's fine. I like this.
A US KitKat bar is 210 calories. It's 11 grams of fat, 7 grams of saturated fat, 20 milligrams of sodium, 28 grams of carbs, 23 grams of sugar, and 2 grams of protein.
In the UK, a standard KitKat bar contains the following: 209 calories, 10.2 grams of fat, of which 5.6 grams are saturated, 40 milligrams of sodium, 26.1 grams of carbs, of which 21.3 grams are sugars, and 2.8 grams of protein. That's less in every category other than protein and sodium, where for some reason we have double the US figure.
Our most calorific KitKat is the KitKat XL. It contains a total of 640 calories.
In the UK, our most calorific item is a peanut butter KitKat Chunky. One of these contains 226 calories, which is still less than half of the US KitKat XL. While KitKats are now beloved all around the world, they were invented in the UK. The first modern KitKat bar was created by the Rowntree Company back in 1935, although then it was called a chocolate crisp. It wasn't until 1937 that they first used the name KitKat, renaming it to the KitKat Chocolate Crisp. The bar exploded in popularity, so much so that it even survived rationing during the Second World War. Despite milk shortages, rather than halting production completely, the Rowntrees changed the recipe to use plain chocolate instead. So as not to confuse customers with the new taste, they changed the packaging to a blue wartime colour. After the war, when rationing was lifted and normal production resumed, they adopted the iconic red colour that we know and love today. The popularity of KitKat continued to grow, and they were exported all over the world. In the 1970s, Rowntree gave Hershey a license to manufacture and distribute KitKats in the US. This agreement remained in place even after Nestlé acquired Rowntree in 1988. The popularity of KitKat has actually turned out to be something of a double-edged sword for Hershey. As part of their deal with Rowntree, if the company is ever sold, they lose their license to manufacture and produce KitKat. KitKat is the single most popular product sold by Hershey in the US, so it makes it much harder to sell the company should they ever want to. My kingdom for a KitKat.
In the US, a KitKat is made up of sugar, wheat flour, cocoa butter, non-fat milk, chocolate, refined palm kernel oil, lactose milk, milk fat, and contains 2% or less of soy lecithin, PGPR, which is an emulsifier, yeast, artificial flavor, salt, and sodium bicarbonate.
A UK KitKat has the following ingredients: sugar, wheat flour, which contains calcium, iron, thiamine, and niacin, milk powders, whole and skimmed, cocoa mass, cocoa butter, vegetable fats, lactose and proteins from whey, whey powder, emulsifier sunflower lecithin, yeast, raising agent sodium bicarbonate, butterfat, and natural flavorings. If you've seen the Snickers episode, you might remember that in the UK we tend to feel our chocolate is of a higher quality than that found in the US. It's generally a bit richer and a bit smoother. The reason for this is a higher cocoa and fat content found in our chocolate. According to UK rules, chocolate must contain no less than 25% cocoa solids to be considered milk chocolate. The milk used in each country's KitKat production also differs slightly. In the UK, Nestlé uses milk crumb, which is a dehydrated, slightly sweetened milk product. In the US, Hershey uses non-fat milk and milk fat.
And in the US, the rules are our milk chocolate must contain no less than 10% of chocolate liqueur, which is roughly equal part mix of cocoa solids and cocoa butter. Unlike most US chocolates, like Snickers for instance, our KitKats do contain sugar and not high fructose corn syrup. Really? Yeah.
It's worth pointing out that in the UK, KitKats are made by Nestlé, while in the US, they're made by Hershey.
Furthermore, in 2015, Hershey did a deal with Let's Buy British Imports to stop importing all Cadbury's chocolate made overseas, and in the same deal, agreed to halt imports of so many British chocolates like KitKat. Also, and this can be for another episode, the license agreement allows Hershey to make, for example, Cadbury chocolate in the US with the same packaging as in the UK, but with a different recipe. Ooh.
Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and click a video on the screen to watch some more.